wonky.
Merry Vlogmas!
Day 20.
20.
20.
20.
There it is.
There we go.
Let's not have an espresso. Oh no. What's he got today?
Caramel cheesecake.
Ooh.
I seem to remember that was.
That sounds
Or was this the first time?
That's
No.
the first time you had that one.
Mm.
You had one with little faces on it before, I think. It might have been that one.
No, it wasn't.
Oh no. Is this good?
Very nice.
Tier 1? 2.
Oh, certainly tier 1.
Oh!
Oh!
It's got a beautiful explosion of taste after the initial bite. I love it when they do that.
Yeah.
Good value.
He's got filthy nails because he's been planting roses in the garden.
I still am.
Yes, we interrupted his rose planting. So, day 20.
I'm being creative.
Day 20 down there. Oh, it's another skinny one.
Oh, what's that mean?
Batons or...
We're always worried about skinny ones.
Oh. Just a packet.
2.
Oh yeah.
2 is good.
What's it say?
Simple milk truffles to keep you out of the Christmas cake.
I feel like the people that wrote this calendar don't understand Christmas.
No.
But there's 2, so yay.
All is not lost. Oh,
Yeah, don't drop them.
yeah, they nearly did. They got like
They're little circles.
yeah, they're rather lovely.
Yeah. Cheers! I was expecting it to be right now. It's been on cold. Double thumbs up.
It's a good.
Mmm.
And it gets better.
Mmm.
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 Yum.
Sorry, this is still going.
Well, on your way back, when you go to the sewing room, you can try and find my cream.
Mum came up in the dark last night and threw her pincushion away just because she out of sheer frustration. She didn't. She tripped and didn't fall.
I didn't fall. Just stupid. The one I tell Sean every night.
Watch mind the step. She didn't mind the step. I came up with a cat and a bag and a camera and...
Well, I had a whole...
Yeah, she's making a dressing gown for her friend's friend, male friend.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and look, Mum's just come back from church. She's made face coverings for the choir, so they called her up in the middle of the service to say...
Highly embarrassing.
To give her this poinsettia to say thank you.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yes. I've not seen a pink one before. Rachel got hers from Anna, and then, I mean, look at this. Variegated pink.
It's just so beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
So, I've had a really late start. Oh, I haven't done my calendar. I got it out to take down because I didn't think that Mum was going to be back from church in time. So I did, peachy pinks with some lace, lots of lace.
That's pretty.
And a doodad. And a ribbon.
You got lots of doodads.
Yeah. Actually, not that many. I organised it all the other day because the bag was getting a little bit full, and there's a few, but not like as many as I thought I had. So I'll show you that closer up when we get back down to the sewing room for the live hangout. So yeah, I had a very late start to the day this morning, and not as early a night as I wanted, but yeah, I feel better for it because I was exhausted yesterday. I don't know what came over me. About 6 o'clock, it was just like, and I'm done. You guys wanted to see the Christmas tree as well. It's a joint effort from Mum and Dad.
Mostly Dad.
Mostly Dad. I did offer to help, but I did tell them that I was working continuously until the 20th, and then from the 20th onwards I could help. But they wanted it up, which I don't blame them for. So they didn't wait for me.
We haven't finished everything else yet.
No.
That'll happen.
Yeah. Please excuse the yellow paint. They've decided on that as a colour for the room, but we've got decorators coming in January to actually do the entire house. Christmas tree with all the faux presents that I wrapped many years ago that actually look brilliant under the tree because we don't have a tree skirt. Maybe that's something that we need to make at some point. But it looks very pretty. Very pretty indeed. Okay, let's have a look at day 20 a little closer. Oh, that's held on with a elastic. I think I have one of these ones already. I do like that I'm getting mirror images of things. Some ribbon, some more narrow non-stretch elastic, and then we have some peachy netting with, oh, it's okay, it's got a border, no, oh, mechanical stretch. I think that's what that's called. It's no like obvious stretch, but that's really pretty as well. Very pretty indeed. So that's another very pretty day in the advent calendar, and as I say, they do have some left, so if you want them, I have listed them in the description down below. I think if you're wanting to get into lingerie making and are serious about getting into lingerie making, it is an expensive way of like experimenting, but I am quite excited about it because I'm getting loads of stuff that I didn't even know about. Hang on, let's actually talk to you. Yeah, I'm getting loads of stuff that I didn't know about, you know, like some of these elastics that I've got, some of the fabrics that I've got. Because I'm not picking them myself, whilst they're very pretty, I'm not going to be precious about them, so I won't worry too much about them if I massively fluff up. I mean, some of them are gorgeous and I'm already coveting and like, my precious, but some of them as well I've got that I think are very nice, but I'm just like, I can experiment with that, so that's good. I'm getting a few comments on the dresses, the 7974s. This is the 4th time I've mentioned this, and also I'm doing a separate video of it, but I have 2 identical dresses. The only thing that's changed is the sizing that I've picked. This is the one that's my size, and this is the one that the envelope told me I should make. So when I said I'd altered the pattern to fit me, I'd just taken the waist in on this. The way that I took the waist in, because somebody was asking, is I unpicked the lining, I unpicked the skirt from the bodice at the side seams, I took in the side seams by the required amount, then re-sewed them to the bodice and then re-hand stitched the lining down. But there are 2 of these dresses. I didn't alter the 2 big one because there was no point. And also this one fits mum, so yeah, just getting a few comments just asking how I had managed to make it fit me, and it's because I made one that actually should have fit me from the start. So yeah, still needs hemming, which is why it's down here. I am going to be filming the comparison video next week. I have an appointment to get my eyelashes done again tomorrow, then I have my booster jab tomorrow afternoon. Slightly worried about everyone's reactions so far because I cannot have any downtime. I have too much to do before I go to London on Friday. Yeah, hopefully it'll be fine. All I'm doing really is filming for the next couple of days and then editing. Today is my last sewing day. It's the last hangout of this year as well, which is mad. So I better get set up for it because, Alexa, what's the time?
It's 11:48 a.m.
Got 12 minutes. Sorry if I've just set all your Alexas off.
1 eternity later.
Okay, I'm nearly finished with my dress, and now it's for the terrifying part where I have to cut holes in it. I've marked them all. They all look good. So I'm going to attempt to put my eyelets in. I've still got a bunch of gathering stitching to take out as well, which is always fun. Let's make some holes. Always terrifying. Okay, so that's all the holes punched. Eyelet time. Here we go. Properly squeeze them on. Oh no, I've ripped it through. Oh dear. Try that again. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is not good. Come on, I've spent all this time on this dress. Don't fluff it up now. Oh dear. Right. My battery died, but I got my eyelets in. There was a little bit of touch and go there for a minute. I think I was putting the pieces in the wrong parts of the eyelet press. I think that was the problem, because it worked fine once I switched around which bit went where, and looking at it there was a groove for a reason. But yeah, that is always one of the most terrifying parts. So now I can put my, so much gathering stitching that needs to be removed. One of the downsides of doing it the way that I do, but I do like doing it that way. So now I can put in my things, so they go out there, up there, in there, out there, in there, out there. Yes. So I want to put them so that they come out of the top one and that they're even. Okay, so thread them through so they are even. Then I can put the cord ends on. Goes in there. Doesn't want to go in there. Then my little cord ends. Tie some knots so that it can't slip off the end. I had to tie 3 knots last time to get them beefy enough so that the cord end wouldn't go off, because these are quite big cord ends, but I quite like how they look. Let's see if that's going to work. Oh, it might work with just 2. Yes, that's going to work. So that's 1 done. And let's do the other one. And the dress is finished. Well, I've got to still remove all of the gathering stitching from the tiers, which I'm going to sit and do now, and then I will show you what it looks like. This could take me a while, so I will be back for you momentarily, and for me probably in about an hour or so. Fun times.
12 seconds later.
It's done and I love it. I mean, I knew I would. I knew I was going to love it because I love this dress. But yeah, this fabric's fabulous. It's a... Now, we were having this conversation in the Peeps group in the hangout today. It does look navy on screen, but it's actually really deep teal, kind of a little bit green. Mum's French curve is making a bid for freedom back there. So I've done the version with the ruffle again and the eyelets. I think I've got them kind of even down the front. And I have done an immense gathered skirt. It is ginormous. Absolutely ginormous. There are 10 ruffles in here, or 10 panels of the width of the fabric, so the hem is 6 meters around the bottom. I've machine hemmed it because it's a straight edge, so it doesn't need bias binding, but I mean, it is giant. It is a giant. So I had 5 meters of this fabric. I've used every single piece of it. I usually, all the other skirts that I've done, I have used 8 panels of fabric in them, but this one I could get 10. Let's tip you up so I'm not quite so far back. Yeah, I could get 10 of the 12-inch panels out of the length of fabric that I had left. If I had not got those, if I hadn't cut those 24 inches into 2 panels, then I wouldn't have had enough to make a top out of it. So I thought, you know what, let's just make an extra ruffly skirt. So I did, and it's awesome. I mean, this is my, let's see, how many of these have I made? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th one of these, and there will be more. These are the McCalls. I mean, obviously it's the whole dress is the 7537, but these are the sleeves that I smoosh onto everything else. So these are the sleeves that I put on the other dress that I finished the other day, but for that one I put in a cuff with a buttonhole and a continuous lap. These ones have just got elastic around the bottom so that I can wear the sleeves pushed up if I want to, or I can wear them down around my wrists if I want to as well. This is another one that I could possibly have put trim around the midriff panel just to kind of give it a bit more definition, because it is kind of all blending into one. But again, that's not a bad thing either. There is a sew along for this bodice. I fully lined this one and it actually feels really nice. Well, I'm going to make another one of these dresses. Actually, I could do it out of the Australian viscose that I've got, that I have in navy, because I've cut the navy one out for the 9328, and I was trying to think what to do, because I bought the cream one for an Eve dress, but it's a directional print and I cut my Eve on the cross grain, and I can't get the skirt that I like on the Eve not cutting it, it has to be cut on the cross grain, and the print is so directional that it would look weird. But I could make one of these out of that, couldn't I? And then it's a cream colour, so I would need to line the bodice, but I'd need to line the skirt as well because it is quite sheer. So maybe I won't do that. Still not sure what to do with that print. But yes, this is my last make for 2021. So this, I think, is my 91st thing that I've made this year, which is mad given that I didn't start sewing till the middle of May, and I basically didn't sew anything in September. So yeah, whilst it wasn't the same as like the 125 I did last year, it's still, one of them was a quilt, 2 soft toys, and then lots of knit projects actually this year, which I don't think I did quite so many knit projects last year, or did I? I can't remember. 91 things made, and this is the last one that I'm going to work on this year, because tomorrow I'm going to go get my eyelashes done. I have my booster jab, my 3rd one, and then in the afternoon I was hoping to come back and put some makeup on and start filming, but Mum needs to finish the dressing gown that she's making for her friend's partner so that it can get posted on Tuesday. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow afternoon, in all honesty. I mean, I could come down and work on a dress, but I just know that if I start working on a dress, I'm going to want to finish working on a dress. And they're all well, 3 of them are brand new to me, and then the other one is a shirt dress, which will definitely take me more than a day to make, and I don't want to get halfway through something and then stop. Oh, I have some hemming to do. I need to hem my 7974 for me, the one that I made for me. My dress, my green skirt that I've been wearing today, that needs hemming as well, because somehow the bias binding, the thread holding that has snapped, so some of the bias binding has come loose at the front. I can do those. Can do those tomorrow. But I'm really pleased with this dress. I really like it. I like how the skirts come together, and it is the way that I wanted to do it, because I was going to do this tutorial with the Savannah fabric and I fluffed up putting the gathers in, French seaming the gathers. I did it slightly not the way that I wanted to, and I didn't want to show you guys that, so I've done it the right way this time. Yeah, I've got lots of editing to do. Lots of editing. Lots. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done for the year. Wow. I mean, sewing. I've got lots of other work to do up until I've got, let's see, I've got 21st, 22nd and 23rd. So I've got 3 days to film everything and edit everything. And tomorrow's the 20th, which is going to be errand running day, because I have some letters to write, some cards to send. I know that they're late and they're not going to get to people before Christmas now, but I do want to send them anyway. Other bits and pieces to do tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, who knows if tomorrow's video is going to be any fun for you guys, but I will film a Vlogmas. But I'm so happy with this dress, and I'm really pleased to have got this fabric made up as well, because I couldn't work out which collection to put it in with, because whilst it does kind of look navy, it's also, like I say, it's actually kind of greeny tealy coloured, and I had it in with the green fabrics for the longest time and it didn't look right with them, and then it didn't look right with the blue ones, but it, you know, it works with the Pirate Capsule collection in the fact that it's kind of like a dark background one. So yeah, I'm pleased that it's finally sewn up. It was from the textile centre. It was a couple of years ago. They don't have any more of it. I'm really sorry. I know one of the peeps in the hangout today did have some of this herself, and she was like, yes, it's deep teal, kind of greeny. So I know somebody else has got some of this, and if you like this dress, I highly recommend. But yes, I have another Fit and Flare floral dress for you. Shocking, I know. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling at you. That was 8 minutes of waffle, and I've still got to edit today and go and see Chiana and make myself some dinner and things like that. So I'm going to go do all those things. So I hope you've enjoyed the little bit that I have filmed today. If you were at the hangout, thank you for hanging out with me for the last time in 2021. The next live hangout is going to be the 16th of January. That's when I'm back from London. Fingers crossed I can still go. Touch wood. If you were at the hangout today, thank you very much for joining me. It was really fun to have you all, and I've had a lovely afternoon, and I'm really glad that I've got this finished today. So on that note, I will say goodnight, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.